Hello everybody. Today's recipe, I'm using cabbage and pomegranate. I'm using a Savoy cabbage today. You can do the very same recipe just with regular white cabbage. This is just a little bit fancier, and I love to serve this dish at dinner parties. For impressing people, we want to cut the base off the cabbage. We want to cut it in half. And now we can cut this in two different ways. I could either cut it lengthwise into long pieces, or as I prefer to cut it, into very, very thick, about an inch or so wide, kind of half moons. And I'm gonna get this straight away into the roasting dish. You can even do this with a mix of cabbages if you like. You can try a little red cabbage in here too. I'm using a Cretan olive oil over this, and a fair amount actually of Greek sea salt. You could make this a little bit spicy and add some cayenne pepper. Lemon zest, it's a flavor enhancer. You can often use it if you want to reduce your salt content or your salt intake. It has this amazing ability to literally just lift the flavors of all sorts of foods. And a little balsamic vinegar. And you just want to toss everything together so that the olive oil is kind of well distributed. This is a really, really great way to use cabbage that might have been sitting in the fridge. This is going under the broiler, which I've preheated. You can't smell this unless you're cooking it with me. It smells so good. I'm telling you, the entire personality of a head of cabbage changes when you put it under the broiler. That beautiful charred flavor, the crispy edges, that's the whole essence of this dish. A little bit of lemon zest over the top. I'm going to add the pomegranate next. I generally cut it across the width, knock out the seeds with the back of a spoon. And I just decided at the last minute to use them just for color over this. This is one of my favorite ingredients, this smoked sea salt. It approximates that smoky flavor of meat, and when you add it to a totally vegan dish, you really do get this sense that you're biting into something that's almost akin to a steak. You can add a little more olive oil over the top. I'm using just what I had here, some fennel fronds. You could use dill, parsley, even a little cilantro would be nice. And this, my friends, is one of my favorite renditions, but I've transformed it just by roasting the cabbage under the broiler and adding the pomegranates. Enjoy it. It's really a showstopper at dinner parties, but this is an easy thing to do midweek too.